Gemini, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. This is going to be a general reading for the first half of January. 2025 is here or coming up. I hope everybody has had a great holiday season and Christmas celebration with friends and family, whatever your celebrations are. And Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2025 already. These are general readings, so please keep that in mind. Only take messages that resonate for you. Leave the rest behind. And I do offer personal readings. If you're interested, below in the description box is where you'll find my email and contact info to get in touch and set up a personal reading if you're interested. Let's see. I have to say, Gemini, when I was thinking about you and kind of meditating a little bit, I feel when your sign, I have my little list here and I'm working away at it. I feel a sense of absence from Gemini. I feel a sense of absence. Maybe this is something that you're feeling in your life. Maybe there's a very much kind of a hermit type energy. I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit of holding back. What's at the bottom of the, no, not a hermit. Some of you may just need to be in your own lane kind of thing. I just feel this sense of like there's a little bit of an emptiness there. It does not have to be negative. Empty can be very simple, and being empty can be very purifying and can be very centering and grounding. And so sometimes less is more, and nothingness can be very, very, very helpful or healing for you. Maybe that's what you needed. But that's just kind of the vibe I was picking up. Okay, there was like a low level of activity in your energy field. Now that could be it's a general reading. So some of you may be extremely busybodied. I mean, you're Geminis. You guys like to do things. You get bored easily. You're learning, you're doing. So this could be a very specific message, but I do feel that. Let's see, Gemini, what's the message for Gemini, please? First half of January, 2025. Justice. Judgment. Six of Cups. I definitely get this energy about moving forward in your life here, Gemini, keeping what's good, keeping the things, it's kind of like there are some things from our past or things that we do need to keepsake or hang on to, or that they serve purpose, and maybe letting go of things that don't serve you purpose. You are in a sense of, again, maybe finding balance in your life about sort of past, present, future. You know, what is it from your past that you need to let go of, and what aspects of your past? And that could be very much New Year energy, where it's like, what part of my 2024, let's say, do I want to let go of? What part can I leave in the past? And what parts am I still working through? Maybe there's some aspects or goals or things that you're working on that are very important decisions. There could be some legal matters for some of you that you're working on that are from the past. But I feel like you're definitely moving in a very direction where you are putting a lot of the past behind you, but there are some aspects where it might serve you purpose, or it's part of your balance of some things need to be, kept with us, even if, and some things need to be let go, left behind. That's way too many cards here. Let's see. What is that about? Let me just see here. What is that energy about? What does Gemini need to leave in the past? What is this energy that I'm picking up on? I think there's that big decision being made here. What is the past representing? Two of Cups. Okay, for some of you, it's a connection. For some of you, it may be time to fully move on here. There could be, justice and judge. There could be a little bit of divorce energy or separation energy, but some of you are leaving something behind in the past. The Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Some of you are needing to leave something in the past, or maybe it's just an aspect of your relationship that needs to be left in the past. It's really time to move on for some of you. Time to, bring your new year. And sometimes it's like, I need to bring that person with me into the future. So who is it that's needing to be left behind you in 2024? And who is it that's coming forward in 2025? Clarify this Two of Cups and the Four of Wands. This is, so that's an interesting set of cards to be left in the past. Jeez. Cards, if I could only shuffle, one sec. Clarify that energy. Why? Why does this need to be behind? Because this was once a really good thing, Gemini. What is this about? The Eight of Wands. Again, it's just saying for you to move forward, move on, move forward. Some of you are carrying this forward, though. This is the weird thing. There could be aspects of the past. I think you're realizing here, Gemini, where you've been sort of teeter-tottering back and forth about certain things, or maybe a connection, or maybe an aspect of a connection, where I feel like you're just saying, I just want that fairness, I want balance, and I need to finally make a decision here as to what's best with what you're doing with it all. Clarify the Judgment. This is very much that decision, needing to move forward, needing to kind of put closure to something. Okay, so there's definitely closure. And I think that's why there's closure to some relationships that it allows you to move on. So why are you leaving this in the past? Eight of Wands, it allows you to move forward. Some of you were being kept in the past, or you weren't growing. You weren't growing. You weren't evolving. You weren't developing things because you were entertaining a situation, very much for some of you, a connection of sorts, that this is like trying to get you to speed your life up or move things in the right direction. Clarify the Judgment card, please. Clarify this. Some of these were karmic cycles, right? They're karmic soul ties, they're karmic connections that only have a certain time frame in your life, right? A reason, a season, or a lifetime. And some of these may have felt like a marriage. They may have felt like they were supposed to be a lifetime, but they're not. They're no longer. There's something here about moving forward into. Tell us about the Judgment. Knight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like, okay, one more. The Five of Cups. Yeah, it's trying to move you away from letting go of something that's preventing you from seeing the things that are meant for you. And I feel like it's sort of, you have to take action here because it's not easy. And I think some of you feel very guilty, or you may feel like you're going to have, regret, guilt, sadness, grief about moving on and about taking the decision, taking the action and moving into something brand new. But I think that it's also showing you that you won't be able to move in. See, there's this Three of Cups in the front and the Two of Cups behind him. And it's like he can't see this Two of Cups. It's interesting. The Two of Cups was to be left in the past. So all of your future situations, or what you're focusing on, you're going to possibly miss or walk by because you are focusing on the past when it really should be behind you. It's the Two of Cups is what was the answer to what should be left behind you. It's very interesting. Why the Five of Cups? I'm just going to split the deck and pick this. Why the Five of Cups? What is this? The Knight of Wands. Yeah. It's kind of goes both ways here, Gemini. With the Knight of Swords, I feel like opportunities need to come towards you as well. And there is maybe this energy where you're, even if somebody approaches you, or even if a situation shows up, it's like, what do I do with that? Because there is this energy of feeling a little bit focused on, okay? I'm going to move on because I do think there's a lot of positive energy here for you, Gemini. I think that The new year is showing you that you've made this decision, that you are finding balance, that you are putting things in the past. I might be beating a bit of a dead horse, so to speak, with these two knights, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. Let's move on, because I feel like some of you are realizing that is what that was causing, and it's time for a new start. It's time for some ambition and some feeling of like getting back up and moving into path, and also allowing others in your path to be approached. Let's just move on, because the Eight of Wands is saying move forward, move in the direction that you're supposed to be going into. The Death card, Scorpio energy, transformation. This is where the changes take place. So the endings for you, Death card is new beginnings. What about this? Major transformation here, guys. The Emperor. Okay. And what else? Aries. The Three of Wands. When the ending takes place here, Gemini, when the change takes place, this is where I think a lot of you are feeling very empowered, and you're sort of realizing just how much your self-worth is, what it is that you're eager to go after, what you're ready to pursue. I think a lot of you were maybe in a place where you could have, the energy of like doing all the work. Let's say this is an example, because it could be in terms of work for you as well. And I think some of you are needing some changes, transformations, and waiting for growth to happen. This Emperor with the Three of Wands, I feel like it's saying here to me, and the Death card, it's like somebody who does all of the work to make another company rich while you get paid minimum wage, but you do all the work and you literally develop and grow the wealth and the growth of someone else or something else. And I think some of you are realizing that you're putting an end to that, or you're recognizing where if you're going to put this amount of effort or energy into a situation, relationship, a job, whatever that is, I feel like for some of you it's definitely work related. If you're spending 12 hours a day at work and you're only making like, half or a tenth of what the owners are, and you have the exact same capacity or the skill set or the energy or the ability to do your own thing, some of you may be stepping into this role of saying, I'm ready to grow and I'm ready to take on something that's more aligned with what I want to do and where I want to be. It could be a completely different field for you. It could be something completely different. It's your turn here, Gemini. I feel like you've been waiting to be, it's like I'm waiting for my promotion, I'm waiting for my recognition, I'm waiting for something to show up. It's not going to do that until you make the decision to end and move forward, or to change that circumstance for yourself. I feel like you can't be waiting upon other people. If sometimes we can, sometimes there are reliable people who want us to grow, and there are people who we can look up to help us grow and to help us achieve our goals. But if you're waiting around and you're not growing and you're not moving around and you're not sort of getting anything out of this, except for that individual or that company is booming while you're still eating mac and cheese every day, then it's time for you to step into your power and you take charge and put that energy towards your growth, maybe your own entrepreneurial endeavor or work related, growth thing. I think when some of you do find that thing, that niche, that could be a person, is when you're going to sort of be ready. Is there any advice around this? Is there any healing advice or actions for Gemini to help them with this support? The Four of Pentacles, don't hold back. See, you're having to save your pennies. It's like some of you might be losing some of your, you're losing at the game here. I think that this is saying don't hold back. don't shelter yourself is what I'm getting. Some of you are feeling very sheltered, or you're sort of holding back from something that needs to be opened up. It's like you need to be, I'm getting the word exploited, but not in a negative way. You know, it's kind of like somebody who has a lot of talent or a lot of skill sets. It's like exploiting that for the benefit of them and maybe the others that they're working with or serving, not exploiting in a negative way. So there's like this thing of like that needs to be exploited. Okay. You've been hanging on, you've been holding on, you've been waiting and sort of like, I'll just sit here and wait for that person to show me, to help me, to promote me. It's like a false promise or a false sense of growth that you've been waiting on. And now you're finding yourself, you're seeing just how valuable your efforts are, how much you have to offer, how many things that you're showing up as, very much like untapped leadership roles or untapped skill sets that other people are benefiting from you and gaining off of you. Maybe they're exploiting you. That's the thing. It's like you're being exploited for in a certain area. You're being utilized for someone else's growth, but you're not being shared. It's like profit sharing. You know, you're not getting it. You're getting $2. So I feel here that it's saying, you know, don't hold back. Don't hang on to something here. Be willing to let go and to take sort of that challenge and going after what it is you want to do here, Gemini. That's where this exploited is coming in from. You could be possibly exploited from another person being in a negative way, a taker's energy. Taker. Four of Pentacles, a little bit greedy maybe. The Hangman, yep. So there's another, you know, this is again, feeling like things are not moving. You're sacrificing yourself, staying in the same situation or stuck. But this is something that is giving you, maybe it's this reading, giving you another perspective. Something in life here that is trying to show you another way of doing something. Taking a different approach. Again, it's interesting. He's losing all of his coins. They're falling out of his pockets because he's sacrificing something. Some of you, it's like a losing battle. It's a losing game. It's really weird where it's almost like it's costing you when it should be let's say the jobs. It's like the job's responsibility. It's like you're paying for something that's really their onus. That's their responsibility to provide for you. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck here. This is brand new changes for you, Gemini. This is passions. What is your passion? What is your creative idea? Where is it that you really want to grow? Where do you want to go? What is it that you want for yourself? Create that possibility. Work with the magic of the wand here, the Ace of Wands. Work with the passion, the possibilities that are waiting for you. There is a thing here behind that with the Three of Cups, which is like, start getting out there and networking. Start putting yourself into situations, social settings, network situations where you can meet new people who want to celebrate you, who want to promote you. That's the thing here, who want to lift you up. Okay. I'm going to actually do the well-being cards. These are the teachings of Abraham Esther Hicks. Let's see here. What is this? Because this deck is about manifesting and creating the reality that you want. So let's see, because I feel like this is a little more fitting for your situation. There is a big decision here that is going to be releasing you from past energies, past behaviors, past patterns, past people. Okay. So I think you're coming into this place of balance, and you're coming into this place that it's just not serving you, or it's not serving purpose. It's not fair for you to really be hanging on to things that are just no longer filling up your life. And, you know, unfortunately, but maybe fortunately, for some of you, it's a relationship. Let's see here. What's the message for Gemini? Oh, man. I envision more and act less. Who did I say this with? I think I just read Libra. Yeah, I just read Libra. Did I say this with you guys? Or Libra, less is more. Less is more. As you take the time to find images in your mind that are pleasing, you will more often achieve vibrational alignments with all the things that you desire. From that alignment, you will experience more inspired ideas and assistance from others. Inspired action is very satisfying and extremely productive. And I think that that's that Three of Wands with the Emperor. This is inspirational action. Taking the action, taking the leap of faith, having the courage and the confidence to take the action. Because it's about energetic alignments. And some of you may not be aligned with the right energetics, where somebody is more, like I said, they're exploiting or they're taking advantage or they're pulling from you, they're drawing from your energy to gain and not return. It's an unequal exchange here. The justice, it's not equal. All right, Gemini, I hope this reading helps. Thank you so much for all of your likes and shares, comments, contributions. I appreciate the support. Have a great day, guys. Happy New Year, and I'll see you soon. Take care.